Recording in progress.
Hello, very good morning to everybody. Welcome back to your live virtual classes, Paper 1, Accounting. And we are in chapter number 11, the company accounts, okay? So the last class, what did we do or what did we learn was with regard to the issue of shares, okay? Issue of shares, there are many concepts. When a company wants money, that money in the accounting terms or in your commercial terms, it's called as capital. A company can issue shares and get money from the public. So the money raised by the issue of shares is called share capital. Now this share capital, from the topic 1, we started with different types of capital: authorized capital, issued capital, subscribed capital, called up capital, and paid up capital. And then, okay, so and then we were also discussing, or we were also seeing about, okay, Raja Sharma, if there is a reissue question, then no need to pass. No need to pass. You look at the marking, how much marks you're going to get for the question. 2 to 3 marks, just reissue entry and forfeiture entry and capital reserve, you can pass. But the others, whenever you want, 15 marks, you have to pass the issue entries also, Raja Sharma. Okay, coming back, different types of capital we have seen, and in that I told you reserve capital and capital reserve. There can be a difference asked from this. Reserve capital is that part of the capital which is not called except in the case of winding up of the company, because you need to get money. So this reserve capital does not appear in the balance sheet. On the other hand, capital reserve balance sheet में आता है. जो आप capital profits बनाते हो, उस profits को आप capital reserve में transfer कर देते हो. And this comes in the balance sheet under reserves and surplus. Okay, just a minute. It comes in the reserves and surplus. So now, my dear students, we now go to the next concept. I taught you the concept of subscription. Subscription में 3 तरह का conditions हो सकता है. Full subscription, यानी normal subscription, under subscription and over subscription. A full subscription और a normal subscription में जब company जो कुछ भी शेयर्स इश्यू करता है वो सभी सब्सक्राइब करने से इक्वल, 10,000 इश्यू किया है, 10,000 सब्सक्राइब हुआ है, वो होता है फुल सब्सक्रिप्शन. ओके, एंड देन व्हेन यू टॉक अबाउट एन अंडर सब्सक्रिप्शन, कंपनी इश्यू किया है 10,000 बट मेरा सब्सक्रिप्शन हुआ है उसके नीचे से, लाइक 9,000, 8,000, व्हाटएवर. जब अंडर सब्सक्रिप्शन क्वेश्चन आपको आता है, यू नीड टू चेक फॉर द कंडीशन ऑफ मिनिमम सब्सक्रिप्शन. मिनिमम सब्सक्रिप्शन का कंडीशन होता है मिनिमम और एटलीस्ट 90% ऑफ द इश्यूड शेयर्स को आप सब्सक्राइब करना चाहिए. नहीं तो जो कुछ भी पैसा आपको मिला है वो आप 15 to 30 डेज के विंडो में रिटर्न कर देना चाहिए. सो दैट इज द इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट. एंड देन whenever this kind of a question comes, accounting entry में कुछ फर्क होता है नहीं. you have to take the lesser number of shares. okay, जो कुछ भी शेयर्स आपको सब्सक्रिप्शन में हुआ है, मिला है, वो आपको लेके you will take that and then you will take that and you will be doing the question. Now the third thing is you will be having something called as the over subscription. 10,000 shares ही issue किया है, but I have received 15,000 shares. So ये 5,000 shares. Okay, so ये 5,000 shares. Anjana, you have to please wait, listen to whatever I'm teaching, then you can ask me the doubts. I'm here for the next 2 hours, don't worry. जो कुछ भी शेयर्स आपको एक्स्ट्रा में मिल जाता है, you can either reject it in full or you can accept it in full. When you accept it in full, we call that as pro-rata allotment. And then the third option is you can reject it and also accept it. So दोनों मिला के you can do that. Okay. So now coming to the point, what is the accounting treatment that I have to do in the case of an oversubscription question? Accounting treatment, 3 entries में effect will come. First is the application, receipt entry. More number of shares, 15,000 shares that you have received into the application money, you will write it in the first entry. Second entry, which is the transfer entry, will become something called as CBA entry. To share capital, to bank, to share allotment. Share capital ke straight you will be writing the face value. How many shares issued? 10,000 into application money. If you have rejected and refunded the money, bank straightly you will write that amount. No, if you have accepted it, then straight to the share allotment you will write. Then in share allotment bank entry mein, that is in your receipt entry, if you have received some advance which you have shown in the second entry, usko subtract karne ke baad jo kuch bhi baki hai, you will ask only that particular amount. Okay, so this is with regard to the subscription, normal subscription, under subscription, over subscription. Now the face value, every share will have a face value. Now, this face value is not something that is written on the share certificate, on the face of the share certificate. We also call it as par value or nominal value. SEBI, for the protection of the investors, has asked the companies not to collect the face value in one installment, more than one installment. So, in minimum, generally the questions that you see, you will have four installments. The first installment is called application, because when you apply for the shares of the company, that installment you will pay and you will be getting the allotment of the shares. Once after you have been allotted, the next call will be called as allotment. That after that you can have any number of calls: first call, second call, final call, third call, fourth call, but usually it will be first call and final call. So now one single entry we pass when you issue the shares, that is bank account debit to share capital account. Okay, but the point here is it will not be taken in only one entry. We break that into two entries. Okay, we break that into two entries. So in this case, if you see, there will be a receipt entry and the transfer entry. Receipt entry, bank will get debited. Transfer entry, share capital will get credited. So the other parts will either be share application, share allotment, share first call, or share final call. It depends based on which installment you are going to do. So this is the basic accounting entries. Subscription concept we have seen. Then we come to the next concept, premium. The shares can be issued at a value more than the face value. That is called as the premium. So this premium should be shown separately. You should not take it to share capital, but to a separate account called as the securities premium account. Section 92 of the Companies Act talks about the conditions attached with what or for which purposes the amount collected as securities premium can be used. 5 purposes are there: for issuing fully paid bonus shares, for writing off preliminary expenses of the company, when you are issuing the other securities like preference shares and the debentures, any underwriting commissions, any other type of expenses, I can take it from the securities premium. And for those securities like Yes, and for those securities, just a minute, my video got off. Just keep listening to me. Okay. And for those securities like the preference shares as well as the debentures, while you are going to redeem it, while you are going to repay back them, any other expenses like premium on redemption or any discounts that is to be given, that particular amounts, what you can do can be taken from the securities premium. Okay. Can be taken from the securities premium. So now coming back, and for buyback of your own securities, you can also utilize the amount that is there in the securities premium. So securities premium, you understood. Where will this come in the accounting entry? Usually securities premium will be collected along with the allotment installment. Okay. So usually in the allotment, we collect the premium amount also. Okay. Now you have to go to the allotment installment in the transfer entry where you credit the share capital. You should also credit the securities premium. That's all. Very simple. Okay. The next concept that we saw was calls in arrears and calls in advance. Calls in arrears means when you are asking for money, the shareholder fails to pay that particular money. Okay, that is called as calls in arrears. You don't get that particular money. So it is a loss for the company. So in the respective, in the particular respective, see, application money, there cannot be calls in arrears. But in your allotment or in the first call, second calls, you can have your video is getting off. There's a slight issue with my camera. Don't worry. Okay. So coming back, the particular calls in arrears is a loss for the company. So in the respective calls, if allotment mein there is calls in arrears, go to the receipt entry, bank account debit, calls in arrears account you should debit. First call mein calls in arrears hai, उसके बैंक एंट्री में जाके बैंक अकाउंट डेबिट, कॉल्स इन अरियर्स अकाउंट डेबिट. इसका मीनिंग है जो कुछ भी शेयर होल्डर्स डिफॉल्ट किया है पेमेंट करने से आपका मनी, दैट पर्सन और दैट अमाउंट विल कम इन द कॉल्स इन अरियर्स अकाउंट. इन द रेस्पेक्टिव कॉल्स ऑफ द रिसिप्ट एंट्री यू शुड पास इट. Now, where will calls in advance come? What is calls in advance? Calls in advance is that one shareholder where I'm asking for only the one call, he pays the next call money also together. So you have to be very careful. During that particular first call, वो बन जाता है आपका liability. So in the same receipt entry, calls in arrears जो आप debit करते हो, calls in advance को वहां आप credit कर देते हो. But calls in advance का दूसरा effect भी होता है. Yes, correct. When the actual call is made, उस समय receipt एंट्री में कॉल्स इन एडवांस को भी आप डेबिट करना पड़ेगा बिकॉज यू आर क्लोजिंग द अकाउंट. यू रिसीव्ड द मनी, एडवांस के पास आपने उस अकाउंट में पार्क किया है वो अमाउंट, तो तब एक्चुअल कॉल हुआ है. एक्चुअल कॉल को आप कॉल मनी पूछ रहे हो, उस पर्टिकुलर कॉल को आप क्लोज कर देना चाहिए. सो एडवांस should be removed from the question. Very, very simple. Now here we have one more concept which talks about interest on calls in arrears, interest on calls in advance. As per table F, where what is this table F? Companies Act में table F में दिया गया है कि जो कुछ भी investors calls in arrears कर देता है, he has to pay to the company 10% interest on the amount into number of months into 10%. Calls in advance, company has to pay to the shareholders because company has the money of the shareholders. So 12% when I have to pay to the shareholders, higher rate of interest 12% I have to pay. तो मैडम कैसे कंप्यूट करते हैं? इलस्ट्रेशन नंबर 9 को 2 बार प्रैक्टिस करो. इट इज द सेम थिंग. आपको मंथ्स दिया जाता है क्वेश्चन पे, नंबर ऑफ शेयर्स है और कॉल मनी को आप ठीक ठाक से देख के यू हैव टू मल्टीप्लाई इट एंड देन टेक द इंटरेस्ट रेट फ्रॉम टेबल एफ. टेबल एफ you have to memorize it. Okay, table F has to be memorized. So based on that, you can calculate the interest. That's all. So this is the concept basics. And then when a person is persistently not paying, then you can take back the shares from him. This concept is called as cancellation of the shares or forfeiture. उसके लिए एक एंट्री पास करते हैं, शेयर कैपिटल अकाउंट डेबिट टू शेयर्स फॉरफिटेड अकाउंट टू कॉल्स इन अरियर्स. इसका मीनिंग है जो कुछ भी शेयर्स डिफॉल्ट हुआ है उसको हम वापस ले रहे हैं. शेयर कैपिटल के स्ट्रेट इट विल बी द फेस वैल्यू. समटाइम्स देयर कैन बी अ वेरिएशन. पूरा 10 रुपीज कॉल्ड अप नहीं हो सकता है, फाइनल कॉल को नहीं कॉल किया होगा, बट दे वांट टू फॉरफिट इट इन बिटवीन. सो उस टाइम पे फेस वैल्यू या कॉल्ड अप वैल्यू विच एवर इज लेस को आप लेना चाहिए. वी हैव डन 2 क्वेश्चंस. ओके, टू शेयर्स फॉरफिटेड. शेयर्स फॉरफिटेड में जो अमाउंट आता है जो शेयर होल्डर ने पे किया है दैट कम्स इन द शेयर्स फॉरफिटेड. टू कॉल्स इन अरियर्स, जो कुछ भी उन्होंने पे नहीं किया है, डिफॉल्ट किया है, अनपेड अमाउंट है, वो आ जाता है इन द कॉल्स इन अरियर्स. तो ये वाला 2 वेरिएशन है. द थर्ड वेरिएशन इन अ फॉरफिचर एंट्री कैन बी ओरिजिनली शेयर्स इश्यू हुआ है प्रीमियम में बट प्रीमियम अमाउंट नहीं दिया है. दैट मीन्स अलॉटमेंट. जनरली प्रीमियम हम अलॉटमेंट के साथ कलेक्ट करते हैं. जो कॉल्स इन अरियर्स अलॉटमेंट में आता है, इसका मतलब है कि दैट द कॉल्स इन अरियर्स दे हैव नॉट पेड द प्रीमियम अमाउंट. सो जब प्रीमियम में शेयर्स इश्यू होता है एंड प्रीमियम अमाउंट पे नहीं होता है, उसको भी आप डेबिट करना है फॉरफिचर एंट्री में शेयर कैपिटल के साथ. यू हैव टू डेबिट इट अलॉन्ग विद द शेयर कैपिटल. इज दिस क्लियर? So that is the one variation that we saw. So we did multiple illustrations, I think 10, 11, 12 or something of that sorts we did, which only spoke about forfeiture. So normal forfeiture entry, called up value less entry, and then premium का entry also we have seen. So madam cancel करके मेरे पास shares है. So what do I do with the shares? Will I have it like this? Not necessary. You can do another time issue to another person. Whoever is ready to take the shares and give you money, what is the problem? You can do the second time issue which is called as reissue. Reissue के लिए एक ही entry होता है, bank account debit to share capital. But here my dear students, the shares are not issued for the first time. They are issued for the second time. So when I talk about something as second hand, it means that it will go at a lesser value, not the same value, but this is a loss for the company. From where will the loss be taken? Already in the forfeiture entry, shares forfeited account mein money is there. In that particular money or that money will be utilized for the loss. Why should I take that money? Because that money is already given by the defaulted shareholder. That money you will not return it back to the defaulted shareholder, but it will remain in the company. So when I get the loss due to the reissue of such shares, why will I go somewhere? My company already has the money, so that money I will use it. Okay, madam. After using, there is balance in shares forfeited. The last entry will be transferred to the capital reserve. But here, my dear students, you have to be very careful. We have done 3 different types of questions, illustration 14, 15 and 16 in the last class, which showed different shades. If total number of shares cancelled, total number of shares issued are equal, then you will subtract the amount directly and take it to capital reserve. If the number of shares cancelled but the number of shares reissued are not equal, you have to go to the working note. I have shown you clearly the working note. Illustration 14, the same working note, partial reissue, 2000 shares of Mr. Long is cancelled and then reissued at 1500 to Mr. Short. So I showed you how to do the working capital ka wo effect. And illustration number 16, we have 3 people, A, B, C. Different shares are there. Differently, they have paid. One paid only application, one paid application allotment, one paid application allotment first call. So I made a tabular column and then I showed you how much will go to the shares forfeited account, how much will go to the calls in arrears account. That's how we did that. Illustration number 15, I told you two people are there, Ram and Shyam. Ram's premium amount not received. So uska forfeiture entry mein shares premium will get debited. But Shyam paid the premium amount. So I showed you share forfeiture mein kis tarah ka different entry will come. Securities premium will not come. That's all. Two different entries I passed. One reissue entry I did. But in the working note I showed you, Ram ka full shares have been forfeited, full shares have been reissued. But Shyam's only partial shares are reissued. Uska working note bhi maine clearly 2 to 3 times I've explained it to you. That can be a full-fledged question that they can ask you in the exam. So with this, we have finished the entire concept of the issue of shares with only one particular concept remaining. Issue of shares for other than cash. Yeah, madam, what is this concept? Usually you told me business needs money. That is why they're issuing shares. So I get money. Then what is this concept of other than cash? Sometimes it can so happen that आपको कुछ machinery, आपको कुछ assets चाहिए, but you don't have the cash. तो उस particular vendor को आप बोल सकते हो कि you give me the asset, I will give you the shares. तो क्या है उसका बेनिफिट क्या है? बेनिफिट ये होता है कि दैट वेंडर becomes a owner in your company directly, so they will accept it. What will be the entry, madam? एक ही एंट्री आता है जो assets आप लेते हो to equity share capital. That's all. But my dear students, every time one entry will be broken into two entries. तो first आ जाता है asset account debit to the creditor. Creditor, who is the creditor? जो हमको asset बेचता है, the person who sells the asset on credit becomes the creditor. We pass the due entry. And then how do we discharge? उसका payment कैसे देते हैं? How are we going to pay this creditor? By cash or bank? No. By the issue of the shares. So that becomes these two entries. This is the payment entry or issue of shares entry. So my dear students, I can also have the shares issued for other than cash when I'm going to get the assets. Is that clear? So here we have the illustration number 17. All of you please see, X Company Limited was incorporated with authorized capital of 90,000 shares of 10 each. That means 9 lakh is the authorized capital. The company purchased land and buildings for 4 lakhs payable in full paid up shares of the company. The balance of the shares were issued to the public and fully subscribed for. Please pass the entries. Very, very simple. What is the asset that we are going to get from him? We are getting land and building. So asset ka naam likhna hai. All of you please see. Land and building account debit, which is 4 lakhs. Here also 4 lakhs. So who is the creditor? Y account. And then Mr. Y's account is settled by the issue of the share capital 4 lakhs. So this is issue for consideration. Consideration ka meaning yahan pe aapko land and buildings you are getting it inside. So this asset is coming inside. So you will settle the question like this. Then madam, out of the 9 lakhs, 4 lakhs is given to this particular person. So the remaining 5 lakhs will be a single entry because yahan pe aapko application allotment, first call, final call, you don't know anything. So just pass bank account to equity share capital 5 lakhs and 5 lakhs. Why are you passing this, madam? Because question mein diya gaya hai ki, question mein it is given clearly that apart from 4 lakhs, out of the total 9 lakhs, remaining 9 minus 4, 5 lakhs is given to the public for subscription. तो उसके लिए एक entry आप ऐसे pass करके close कर सकते हो. Is this clear? The last class I asked you to try illustration 1, illustration 5 and illustration 13. How many of you have tried this? It is not incorrect, Shweta, but your textbook presentation says do these two. So please, important. Try this, okay? You tried Akshit, okay. Did you get the answers? Everybody? Good morning, everything okay? Okay, good. So 1, 5, 13, everybody clear? I want everybody of you to answer. Okay, Dhanushri, did you try and get the answer? Okay, good. Neha also got the answers. Kritika Ja. Okay, good. Dhanushri. It's very simple questions. Okay, there is nothing more, nothing less. Narration is not matching. Neha, enough. Narration, you write it in a plain English, no? Okay, very good. Ujjwal also said okay. Ishita, did you get it? Anjana, what is your doubt with the listed company? Listed company is a company that gets itself traded on the stock, listed on the stock exchange, which means that the shares will be available for trading. Okay, second effect vendor. Radhika, did you get it? Shweta, did you try? What's the problem with illustration number 13? The only thing there will be, Shweta, illustration 13, no number of shares I have applied for. That into application money will be shares forfeited ka money. That's all. Okay. 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 So now we are going to go ahead with the illustration number 7. That is one of the most important illustrations, not very challenging, I would say. It is a easy illustration only, but provided how you have understood that, it is very important. So the illustration number 7 talks about pro-rata allotment only. Okay. But we have to see there are few things given in the question. So if you do the question, read the question carefully and then write down everything. You break the question and write down. It becomes very, very easy. Okay. The first thing, please read. JHP Limited is a company with an authorized capital of 10 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each, out of which 6 lakh shares had been issued. Okay. Now, the company proposed to make a further issue of 1 lakh shares on at a price of 10 rupees issued at 14. So, is question pay you have premium also given to you in the question. Okay. Now, go ahead and read further. The arrangements are made as follows. 2 rupees payable on application to be received on 1st of July. Okay. And then allotment to be made on 10th of July and a further 5 rupees per and a further 5 rupees per share, including the premium to be taken. Okay. 10 rupees share issued at 14. The premium is 4 rupees here and that is collected in the allotment. Final call for the balance to be made. Okay. For the balance to be made. Now come down. Very, very important. Applications were received for 3,55,000 shares. Applicants for 5,000 shares received allotment in full. तो 5,000 जो कुछ भी अप्लाई किया है उसको मिला है 5,000 shares. Okay. Applicants for 30,000 shares received an allotment of 1 share for every 2 applied. No money was returned to these applicants. The surplus on application, if any was there, it was to reduce the amount due on allotment. इसका meaning क्या है? 30,000 शेयर्स जो कुछ भी अप्लाई किया है उसको लेसर नंबर ऑफ शेयर्स अलॉट हुआ है किसी रेशियो पे विच इज अलॉटमेंट ऑफ 1 शेयर 1:2 शेयर रेशियो पे अलॉट हुआ है तो इट इज अ लेसर नंबर ऑफ शेयर्स अलॉटेड तो उस एक्सेस मनी जो कुछ भी है उसको हम अलॉटमेंट के लिए जो कुछ भी पैसा है वहां से हम रिड्यूस कर सकते हैं. नाउ रीड द थर्ड कैटेगरी. एप्लीकेंट्स फॉर 3,20,000 शेयर्स रिसीव्ड allotment in the ratio of 1 for every 4 shares applied and the money due on allotment was retained and the remaining was returned. The money due on final call was received on the due date. Record the journal entries. So whenever I find a question like this which gives me different kinds of shares that is received, very important, first I have to make a tabular column. Applied shares कितना है 3 कैटेगरी में हमको रिसीव हुआ है एंड अलॉटमेंट कैसा हुआ है. ओके. फर्स्ट कैटेगरी में 5,000 शेयर्स को 5,000 शेयर्स मिला है. सेकेंड कैटेगरी जो कुछ भी 30,000 शेयर्स अप्लाई किया है 1:2. दैट मीन्स इफ यू आर होल्डिंग 2 शेयर्स इन द कंपनी आपको मिलेगा 1 शेयर अभी. दैट मीन्स 30,000 शेयर्स इफ यू अप्लाइड फॉर. सो 30,000 शेयर्स ऑल ऑफ यू प्लीज सी डिवाइड बाय 2 into 1. I have given an allotment of 15,000 shares only. Okay. It is in 15,000 shares only. And all of you please see the last one, 3,20,000 1:4 ratio. तो 1:4 means 3,20,000 divided by 4 into 1. आपको allot हुआ है 80,000 shares. Okay? Everybody, after you write this, add it and see 320 plus 3350 plus this. So 3,55,000 correct. Apply हुआ है. मैंने दिया है 1 lakh shares. Correct. तो company's thing is only this much. So you have written that. Is that clear? Now, the next column will be excess money. Excess money कितना है? In first कुछ भी excess नहीं है because every money 5,000 shares allotment हुआ है. Excess money कुछ भी नहीं है. Now people see here 30,000 shares को 50,000 shares has only been allotted. तो excess money यहाँ पे कितना होता है? Application का 2 rupees is given to us in the question. Correct? Application is 2 rupees. So यहाँ पे आता है 15,000 shares excess है into 2 rupees. So 30,000 shares 30,000 rupees मेरे पास excess है category 2 से. Okay. Now come to category 3. Everybody please see the category 3. Category 3 में 3,20,000 shares is applied but I gave only 80,000 shares. So shortfall कितना है और excess shares कितना है? मनी कितना है मेरा पास ऑन 2,40 कैसे आया है मैडम 3,20,000 minus 80,000 3,20,000 minus 80,000 is 2,40,000 shares into 2 rupees 4,80,000 madam. Is this clear? Okay. Now let us go to कितना allotment money चाहिए हमको allotment money is nothing but 5 rupees which is 1 plus 4. This you leave, but total you need how much? 5 rupees. So 5,000 shares into 5, 75,000 you need here. Correct? Next, 15,000 shares ही allot हुआ है. तो 15,000 into 5, again you need, 5,000 into 5 is 25. 25,000 money you need for the first category. For the second category, you need 15,000 into 5, 75,000 rupees you need for application. And the third category, 80,000 into 5, you need 4 lakh rupees as the money. Clear? So this is how much allotment money I need from the people. Clear everybody? Okay. Now, how much money I have already with me? How much money I already have with me? In the first case, कुछ भी excess money है मेरे पास नहीं है. So now they need to pay. 25,000 shareholders should pay now. कुछ भी excess money मेरे पास नहीं है. Come to category 2. I need 75,000 as allotment, but already मेरे पास उसका excess money कितना है? 30,000 है. तो अभी how much shareholders have to pay to me? अभी वो पे करना है 45,000. क्लियर? वो तो है कैटेगरी 2 में. अभी देखो द थर्ड कैटेगरी. मैडम आई नीड ओनली 4 lakhs बट दे हैव ऑलरेडी गिवन मी 4,80,000. So shareholders need not pay anything. Company has to pay back or refund 80,000 back to them, madam. Because over and above इसको एडजस्ट करने के बाद जो कुछ भी पैसा है उसको रिफंड करना है. दैट इज गिवन टू मी इन द क्वेश्चन. दिस इज हाउ आई एम गोइंग टू डू द क्वेश्चन. नाउ मैडम हाउ टू पास द एंट्रीज? वेरी वेरी सिंपल एंट्रीज. द फर्स्ट एंट्री इज द रिसिप्ट एंट्री ऑफ एप्लीकेशन. वो होता है बैंक अकाउंट डेबिट टू इक्विटी शेयर एप्लीकेशन. 3,55,000 into 2. जितना आपको शेयर्स मिला है उतना you need to write. 3,55,000 gives 7,70,000, no? No, 7,60,000. How much is this? 2 into 355. 350, 10, 10, 7,10,000. Ah, correct. Sorry. Weak in max. Okay, being the amount received. The second entry is the transfer entry. I told you whenever there is an oversubscription in the question, pass the CBA entry. Share application account debit to share capital to bank to share allotment. शेयर एप्लीकेशन मिला है 7,10,000, शेयर कैपिटल ऑलवेज फेस वैल्यू वो होता है 1,00,000 शेयर्स चाहिए into 2 which comes to 2 lakhs. How much refund from the entry? I understand 8 lakhs, 80,000 is the refund. Okay. Then how much is the excess money that is there which you are going to adjust? You tell me. 4 lakh and 30,000. You can take 7,10,000 minus 2,80,000. You can get it as 4,30,000. Easiest way to understand. Any doubts till this, my dear students? Do you people have any doubts with this? How did I pass the seventh illustration ka second entry? 2 lakh, 1 lakh shares into 2. That is 1 lakh is being allotted. So this comes here. Okay. To bank, this one, whatever I've rejected comes here 80,000. Should 2 share allotment, remaining may you can take it. Okay. Then we have the next entry, which is again the receipt entry for, transfer entry for share allotment. Correct. तो वो होता है share allotment account debit to share capital to securities premium. Securities premium भी लिखना है question पे. Otherwise you will not know. Okay, how much is the share allotment? 1 lakh into 5 rupees, 5 lakhs. But within the brackets, I told you 1 rupee is the face value. So 1 lakh into 1 share capital. Premium is 4 rupees. 4 rupees into 4 lakh. 4 is 4 lakh. That is securities premium. You can have securities premium more than your face value, no problem. Then when you come to the receipt entry of the allotment, all of you please see receipt entry of the allotment, how much you will get? You need 5 lakh, but already 4 lakh 30 is there with you. So now I will ask only for 70,000. I will ask only for 70,000. That also here you can see. I will ask only from the first category, second category, 70,000. Here also 70,000 will come. That's all. As simple as that is this particular question. Nothing. You have to sit down, understand that I will be able to solve it. Okay. Half the game is in your mind. Okay, if you think that, okay, this is a very bigger question, something difficult question, nothing, if you try to break it down and then write it, then it becomes very, very easy. Okay, Ujjwal, good. So with this, we have finished this particular chapter. All the illustrations we have done. I think there are 17 illustrations. We have done all the 17, including your homework. Yes? Okay, very, very good. Everybody finished? Did everybody finish? Yes, in exam you can do this working note. You can do it before the question or after the question. Okay. Ma'am, bank का balance कैसे compute करना है? That is what I did know. Bank का balance. Miss Tanya Sharma, now did you understand bank का balance? Bank का balance is nothing but whatever is being refunded, ma. Refund हो रहा है third category में because you have received 4,80,000 but here only 4 lakh is required for allotment. तो जिससे ज्यादा है आपके पास मनी उसको रिफंड करने के लिए क्वेश्चन में दिया गया है. मॉडल टेस्ट पेपर के सॉल्यूशंस कहाँ पे मिलेगा? दैट आई थिंक वी नीड टू चेक विद प्रियम वदा. ओके ओके उज्जवल, यू अंडरस्टूड? गुड. खलीद, रवि, धनुश्री, कृतिका, अक्षित. Not now, Akshit. Please wait. Narayani, good. Anish, good. You can ask later. I will be there in the class. Don't worry. Answers are in the same PDF itself. Okay. So now let us go ahead. Before we finish this particular chapter, I will ask you the multiple choice questions as they were telling us to do. Okay. All of you please see here, the excess price received over the par value of shares should be credited to calls in advance account. No. Share capital account. No. Securities premium. Yes, because excess Over and above the face value, securities premium account only you will be taking it. The securities premium may be utilized by a company for writing off loss on sale of fixed asset, writing off revenue loss, writing off expenses or discount on the issue of debentures. You people tell me what will come. Yes, the option C will be coming here because you cannot use it for any loss on the sale or for any other revenue loss. You cannot use it. You can only use it as per the section 92. Out of the 5 conditions, this condition is there. So 2, it is C. Now come to the third one. When shares are forfeited, the share capital account is debited with what? The share capital account is debited with, and the share forfeiture account is credited with paid up and called up, or called up of the shares forfeited, calls and arrears of the shares forfeited. No, called up value of the shares forfeited and amount received on the shares forfeited. Yes, the option here is C, because I told you always not the face value. If sometimes called up value is less means I will take the called up value. So the third one also, called up value you will debit the share capital. Shares forfeited में जो कुछ भी amount मिला है, how much ever amount is received, that you will be doing it. So the third one, the option is C. It talks about, what does it talk about? It talks about the called up value. Called up value and, correct, called up value and the amount received. Very, very important. 3 also is C. Good. Now let us go to the fourth one. What is the fourth one? T Limited proposed to issue 6,000 equity shares of 100 rupees at a premium of 40. The minimum amount of application money to be collected per share is 5% of the face value. This particular concept here I am teaching you, the application money should be 5% of the face value. So 100 rupees hai face value, 5% comes to how much? 5 rupees. So option number 4 is A. All of you? Option number 4 is A. Why, madam, A? Because 5% is given to you as a rule as per the Companies Act. Now, dividends are usually paid as a percentage of authorized capital, net profit or paid up capital. Always the paid up capital. The dividend, whatever percentage is given on the paid up value, you are going to take it and you are going to pay. Is that clear? So the question or the answer for question number 5 is C. As per the SEBI guidelines, the application money should not be less than 25% of the issue price of the shares. Okay, 25% on the issue price of the shares. So see, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one is something that you are learning right now. Okay, कहाँ पे दिया गया है? ये सब rules आपके book में है. So if you can just see that and then do it, no problem. Clear everybody? I know my video is off, so don't have to worry. I will switch it on. Okay, now all of you see the 8th one, we'll go to the 7th one. Securities premium account is presented as a part of reserves and surplus. Balance sheet mein securities premium comes under reserves and surplus. Then Schedule 3 of the Companies Act prescribes the format for financial statements. Ye wala question we saw in the unit 1 also. So now did you all understand? It comes only in the financial statements. Dividend on the equity shares, dividend on dash shares have to be paid before the dividend on dash shares. Preference dividend should be paid first and then only equity dividend will be paid. Why are you asking, or why it should be like that? Simple logic, ma'am. Because only the preference shareholders, the name itself says they have a preference in what? In the payment of dividend and at the time of winding up in the repayment of the capital. Very, very important. So first dividend on preference shares will be paid and then only equity dividend will be paid. Preference shares are dash unless expressly stated otherwise. They are They are non-participating. This I will teach you when I am doing the preference shares chapter. I will tell you what are the types of preference shares and usually or generally what preference shares will be issued. I will tell. All of you now see the seventh question. G Limited acquired assets worth 7,50,000 from H Limited by the issue of 100 by the issue of shares of face value 100 rupees at a premium of 25%. What are the shares to be issued? My dear students, whenever such question is going to come, which is expressly asking you to compute the number of shares, you should use the formula. What formula? Value of the asset divided by the issue price. What is this? Value of the asset divided by the issue price. Okay, value of the asset divided by the issue price. I would request all of the students to concentrate on what I am talking. Okay, no worries. I will give you a break and set my camera. Within that, please listen to what is happening in the class. Okay. Yes, the answer for the seventh question is this. All of you, please see 7,50,000 total value of the shares. Okay, divided by issue price 100 plus 25. So 7,50,000 divided by 125 gives me 6,000 shares. It gives me how much? 6,000 shares. Okay, there is an issue. I need to reconnect. It gives me 6,000 shares. Clear, everybody? Do you all have any doubts in your particular MCQs? So there were 11 MCQs, okay? If no percentage is given, this is a good question. If no percentage is given, just take 100 rupees. Here percentage of premium is given. So you are adding the premium and taking the issue price. If, my dear students, there is no percentage given, then just take only the face value. What is the problem? 7,50,000 into this. If you don't have any particular percentage given to you, then only take the face value. Clear? Yeah, I know my video. There is an issue. I need to reconnect it back. Okay. So with this, we have finished our particular concept completely. See, application amount correct. Neha is asking me, Madam, 5% or 25%? Neha, 5% on the face value. Minimum should be 5% on the face value or 25% on the issue price. दोनों का फर्क है. Face value 10. Issue price can be including the premium sometimes. तो इसमें वो बोल रहा है. These are the two things. Clear? Now you understood, Neha, दोनों conditions है, दोनों different amounts are there. Okay, good. So I need everybody of you to answer if you have understood this particular unit number 2. We finished the MCQs, we finished all the illustrations. You have to just work out the particular practical questions. I want all of you to practice again and again. Otherwise, it will be difficult for you. Okay. Now, Akshit, you ask me what was your doubt in the question number 2. Please type what is your doubt in the practical question number 2. Where is this practical question number 2? Good for those people who have understood. A Limited authorized capital 20 lakhs, issued 10,000 at 25, 30, 20. After the allotment, balance as and when required. Okay, normal question. Subscription closed, application money was received. Allotment, but when the first call made, share failed to pay 1,000 shares and another shareholder paid the entire. What is the problem here, ma? Most simplest question, that is. Akshit. They are telling you a normal question, 10,000 shares at rupees 100. In that we have one calls in arrears, 1,000 shares ka, and one 500 shares ka calls in advance is there. That's all. Same like your illustration number 9. Here interest is not there. Interest is not given to you. Correct? So then now what is the question doubt here, Akshit? What the third paragraph doubt? Third paragraph doubt, second paragraph doubt. That's what I'm saying. Allotment was received in full, but first call was made. One shareholder failed to pay the amount on 1,000 shares. So 1,000 shares ka calls in arrears hai. Another shareholder 500 paid the entire amount on shares. Entire amount ka meaning kya hai? When I'm doing or asking for the allotment money, एक shareholder ने pay किया है first call का और second call money also he has paid. दोनों call का amount आपके पास है. So you have to do the working accordingly. So calls in advance will come in the allotment and you are going to do it. That's it. Yes. Why calls in arrears amount is wrong? Calls in advance amount, even if you get wrong, I can understand. Calls in arrears, you cannot get a wrong amount. Allotment kitna hai? Allotment is how much? You tell me. 1,000 shares into allotment money is calls in arrears. That's all. Finish. Anjana, are you there? You asked me. Anjana, you finish that and then you ask me. All the answers are there only already. Already it is done only, so you need not worry so much. Okay, Akshit. Miss Anjana, are you there? You asked me listed company. Listed company, I have some problem. What is the problem in the listed company? A company which is now private wants to get listed on the stock exchange. What is the meaning of listed? Is that you can trade in the shares of that particular company on the stock exchange. So there is a long process for it. You cannot easily get yourself listed. You need to meet conditions. You need to meet criteria and everything. And then only. Now we are going to go with unit number 4, which is issue of bonus shares and rights shares. Very, very interesting. Very, very easy. Damn easy. Okay. So the first thing we are going to learn is with regard to the bonus issue. I want everybody to put down your pens and just listen to me first. What is the concept I'm trying to explain to you? Please listen to that first and then you can ask your doubts and everything. Okay. Bonus shares. In a company, if you are working, when will they give you bonus or what is the meaning of bonus? Bonus means I want you people to answer. Yes, bonus ka matlab kya hai? When you're working in a company, if they are giving you bonus, the meaning of bonus is additional, over and above. Already I am being paid salary only, but they will give you some extra money. Correct, Narayani? Dhanushri, there is extra money that they are giving you. Like a gift, Alok, yes. But why do they want to give you this extra money gift? Because they are recognizing your services. So there is a festival coming, or they want to give you some promotion, or they want to make you happy so that you will work more. So that is when they give you the bonus. The same concept applies for your own shareholders. Who are shareholders? The people who give you money by taking the shares. So to them, to give something at some times, it will motivate them like a gift. So here there is a concept of the issue of the bonus shares. So madam, क्या होता है? Additional shares I give to my existing shareholders, but in return, will I get money from them? No. So this is basically additional shares I am giving to the shareholders for zero cost, no cost at all. For zero cost, I am giving them. Then, madam, what company has so much money to give freely the shares? Yes. This process of bonus is also called as capitalization of reserves. इसका मीनिंग क्या है कि whenever there are capital profits or reserves are more in the company, that I will convert it into my capital. So my balance sheet looks neat. Reserves and surplus में बहुत ज्यादा amount है. Share capital में only small amount. So I can convert the reserves and surplus into share capital. This process of capitalization of reserves is called issuing the bonus shares. That's all. तो यहाँ पे the point is, my dear students, यहाँ पे the point is, now there are various reserves there in the question, ma'am, which I have to use. Very good. The first one is the source. There is a order in which you are supposed to use. Okay. There is a order in which you are supposed to use the reserves. The first one is called as the capital redemption reserve. कैपिटल रिडम्पशन रिजर्व क्या होता है मैडम? आई विल टीच यू इन डिटेल व्हेन वी गो टू द प्रेफरेंस शेयर्स यूनिट, बट नाउ प्लीज रिमेंबर, जब आप प्रेफरेंस शेयर्स को इश्यू करके यू विल गेट द मनी. For repaying the preference shares, you need to keep some amount aside in a separate account called as the capital redemption reserve. Yes, Mr. Akshit, you are right. Please listen. Capital redemption reserve is created when you know that preference shares are issued and they need to be repaid at a later point in time. Why wait till that time? The profits I will take and accumulate it separately in a separate reserve called capital redemption reserve. So once after the premium preference shares are redeemed or repaid, इसका कुछ यूज नहीं है, तो टेक इट एंड इश्यू द बोनस शेयर. सिंपल. तो मैडम कैपिटल रिडम्पशन रिजर्व में अमाउंट इज नॉट इनफ मैडम. द नेक्स्ट थिंग यू शुड टच इज योर सिक्योरिटीज प्रीमियम. आपको क्वेश्चन में दिया जाएगा सिक्योरिटीज प्रीमियम कलेक्टेड इन कैश. उसका मीनिंग कुछ भी नहीं है. इट इज देयर अवेलेबल विद द कंपनी. दैट्स ऑल. मैडम ब्रैकेट में कलेक्टेड इन कैश दिया है, शुड आई डू समथिंग? डोंट गेट वरीड. It is normal securities premium. I will take it here. And madam, in दोनों में balance is not enough, madam. Then which reserve I should go? To the general reserve given to you in the question. Madam, general reserve also not enough, madam. Then profit and loss account you need to go. It will be enough. Okay? This is the order in which you should go. Madam, what if I first take the securities premium? No. If capital redemption reserve is given in the question, first preference capital redemption reserve. Then only securities premium. No capital redemption reserve, then take securities premium. This is the order you need to follow. The definition is okay. Capitalization of reserves or issuing additional shares to the existing shareholders at zero cost to them. Company will bear the cost. From where? From its own reserves, it is going to change it into capital. You are going to touch the reserves in this manner. Now the conditions. Section 65 talks about, I think section 65 only. It talks about the issue of the bonus shares. Okay, 63 talks about the issue of the bonus shares. The first condition is if the shares are partly paid up, out of 10 rupees, 8 rupees only paid, then make it fully paid. Remaining 2 rupees ka final call entry pass karo. First thing is you need to pass the final entry. Final call entry. That means make the shares fully paid up. If the equity shares that you're going to give is only partially paid up or partially called up, make it fully called up. Okay. Then the next one is your particular bonus share should be, or the issue of bonus share should be authorized by your articles. What is articles? Not article assistant. Every company that is getting itself incorporated under the Companies Act needs to prepare 2 documents, Memorandum of Association, Articles of Association. Memorandum of Association is a broader picture. It is like your bigger picture which will have 5 clauses. The name clause, object clause, registered office clause, capital clause and liability clause. Yes, 5 clauses will be there, broad. And out of this, articles is a supplementary document. Supplementary document में क्या बोलता है? The internal affairs, how I am going to achieve my objectives will be mentioned in articles. How much capital, how I am going to raise will be mentioned in the articles. तो इस articles document में बोनस शेयर्स इश्यू करने के लिए कंडीशन मेंशन किया, इट शुड हैव बीन मेंशन्ड. देन मैडम इफ आई डोंट मेंशन, देन व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम? इफ यू डोंट मेंशन, नो प्रॉब्लम, यू कैन पास अ रेजोल्यूशन इन द general meeting of the shareholders where the board gives a recommendation. But this condition should be fulfilled, only after which you can issue a bonus share. Only after which you can issue a bonus share. Now, the act again says you should have not defaulted in the payment of, no default should be there in what? In the payment of statutory dues. आपको employees है, उसका PF, ESI, gratuity, bonus, सब कुछ आप टाइम में you should fill it up. If you have defaulted there, then bonus shares को मत issue करो, पहले उसका statutory dues को पूरा करो. And then you should have also not defaulted in the payment of interest on what? The fixed deposit and other debt securities. आपने कुछ fixed deposits लिया है, आपने कुछ debt securities को issue किया है, उसके ऊपर interest को बराबर time में you have to pay that. If you have not paid it, then what? It is a problem, madam. You cannot issue the bonus shares. ये सब conditions को पूरा होने के बाद ही you can issue the bonus shares. Okay? This is just basic theory. Now, my dear students, what is the entry I need to pass? Bonus shares को pass करने के लिए दो entries होता है. The first entry from here itself I will write capital redemption, reserve account debit, securities premium account debit, general reserve account debit, profit and loss account debit to bonus to equity shareholders. Equity shares को भी bonus मिलता है. Not for preference shares, only for the equity shares. This is when the bonus entry or bonus becomes due. When you issue them or when you allot them, this goes away. Bonus to equity shareholders account debit to the equity share capital. When you combine these two, bonus mit jayega, reserves gets converted into your capital. So that is why we call them as capitalization of reserves. Clear? Concept number one, definition. Bonus issue. Did you understand what are bonus shares? Okay. The second one is the source. This is the concept number two. कहाँ से आप लेंगे and what is the order in which you are going to touch the reserves? This one. The third one, what are the conditions mentioned in the section 63 of that act? And then finally, accounting treatment क्या होता है? The fourth concept. Now the fifth concept, very small concept, but very important concept is, आपको ratio will be given to you in the question. The fifth concept is ratio. How do I understand the ratio? आप जब ratio को समझ जाते हो, okay, you understand the ratio, it becomes very easy for you to compute the amount. If I tell 1:2, इसका मतलब है existing shares आपके पास 2 है. This is existing shares आपके पास 2 है. आपको एक बोनस शेयर मिलेगा. तो मीनिंग इज 1:2 में बोनस शेयर्स का मीनिंग इज इफ यू आर होल्डिंग ऑलरेडी 2 शेयर्स यू विल बी गिवन 1 शेयर. तो नाउ 10,000 शेयर्स इज देयर फॉर द कंपनी. तो कैसे हाउ विल यू कंप्यूट 10,000 शेयर्स इनटू 1/2? ऑलवेज दिस 2 और द सेकेंड वन विल बिकम द डिनोमिनेटर. फर्स्ट वन बन जाएगा न्यूमरेटर. तो अभी आपको मिलेगा 5,000 shares bonus. Okay. Now, my dear students, 5,000 into face value always. What is it? 5,000 into face value always. So, 5,000 into, let us take, this is 10 rupees. So, 50,000 rupees I needed. आपको क्वेश्चन में दिया जाएगा what are the reserves available. तो आप उस reserves को लेके इस फैशन में entries को पास करना है. That's all. Clear everybody? Any doubts you have? In this type of questions, they can ask you to prepare a balance sheet ka extract, okay? They can ask you to prepare a balance sheet extract, which I will teach you. As simple as this. Till now, do you people have any doubts in whatever I have told you? In the concepts that I have explained, do you have any doubts? If not, we can go ahead with the questions. When you start doing the questions, it becomes very, very easy. I'll make you write. Don't worry. When I do the question, you make me write, okay? I'll make you people write. Good. Now we go to the next, we go to the questions, unit number 4. It's all the theory, okay? This is the entry. All of you, please see here. Very important and easy question. Illustration number 1. Following items appear in the trial balance of Bharat Limited as on 31st March. 40,000 equity shares of 10 each. Okay. Capital redemption reserve 55,000. Securities premium collected in cash 30,000. General reserve is there 1,05,000. P&L balance is 50,000. The company decided to issue equity shares, bonus shares at the rate of 1 share for every 4 shares held. That means what? The ratio here becomes 1:4. 1 share for every 4 shares held. So the total number of shares in the illustration 1 is 40,000 into 1 by 4. तो कितना shares अभी आपको bonus में मिल जाएगा? 10,000 shares into 10 rupees. So 1 lakh rupees is the value of my bonus issue. Did you all understand? Illustration 1 में 1:4 ratio है और balance sheet में कितना shares है? Equity shares 40,000 shares है. Fully paid up 10 rupees का fully paid up दिया है. So 40,000 into 1 by 4 gives me 10,000 shares. 10,000 shares का face value कितना है? 10. 10,000 into 10 gives you 1 lakh rupees. So my dear students, now 1 lakh rupees को मैं कहाँ से लेती हूँ? All of you please see from where should I take this 1 lakh rupees, madam? First take the capital redemption reserve, madam, 55,000. Okay. Then go to securities premium, madam. Okay. So from here 85,000 is there. So then I will touch only the general reserve. So all of you please see here. 55,000 capital redemption reserve, 30,000 and 15,000. I don't need any money. यहाँ पे बन जाता है 1 lakh. And the next entry will be 1 lakh and 1 lakh. So this is how I will be writing the entry. Clear everybody? Please write down the entry. Clear everybody? Please write down the entry. In the books of whatever is the name, journal entries, just for bonus shares you are going to pass the entry. You are going to pass the entry just for the bonus shares. Very, very easy. First thing is you should do the working note. Working note में कितना bonus shares that you have to calculate correctly and multiply by the face value. If here in this step if you make a mistake, then everything else will go as a mistake. Okay? Very simple. So please do it attentively. Did you all finish this question? Kartikeya Agarwal, the last question is, the last entry is very simple. What is the last entry? Bonus to equity, bonus to shareholders to equity share capital, which means that you are now given bonus to them from the reserves, but ultimately this reserves should be transferred to the share capital. Clear? Can we go to the next illustration? That is what Kartikeya Agarwal, that is the final due entry. The due entry is nothing but you are going to take from the various reserves in this order. First, capital redemption, securities premium, general reserve and profit and loss account. To bonus to equity shareholders. This is the due entry. And then when I'm actually going to give them the bonus shares, it will be bonus to equity shareholders to share capital. Okay. Now, my dear students, you people have to remember one thing. If they give you any revaluation reserves, revaluation reserve is also a part of your reserves and surplus. So, can I use revaluation reserve? Will be the question. Okay. You will not use the revaluation reserve because it is not available to you. Final call due situation. You please wait, Mr. Karthikeyan. I will tell you. Just let us finish this. Let us go to illustration number 2. Very, very easy. A limited company with subscribed capital of 5 lakh consisting of 50,000 shares of rupees 10 each called up only 7.5 per share. Now a bonus is declared and it is used. This is a simple question, but my dear students, आपको यहाँ पे you should see that the remaining 2.5 rupees, 10 rupees face value, Only 7.5 called up. So which means that you are supposed to pass the final call entry, which will be share. First, what will come for final call? You will again have the two entries, correct? First is the transfer entry, share final call account debit to share capital. How much? 50,000 shares into 2.5. So it will be 1,25,000. 1,25,000, correct? Okay, madam. What is the next one? Receipt entry. Please write the narrations. Bank account debit to share final call. 1,25,000 and 1,25,000. Now do the bonus entry. Bonus entry may, all of you please see, bonus entry may, this type of working is not there. Simply, easily they have given to you. They say take it from the general reserve. Entire amount of 1,25,000. Take it from the general reserve to bonus to equity shareholders. Even if in your textbook they have not done two entries, you people do two entries because concept is important. Just now you have learned two entries for the bonus shares. So equity share capital. 1,25,000, 1,25,000. Very simple question. But you should understand that first make the call or the paid up value as fully paid up by making the final call and then pass the entry. Do you have any doubts with these four entries? This is illustration number 2. The A part, 4 entries. Please write the formats in the books of so and so, journal entries, date, particulars, ledger folio, debit and credit. Okay. Okay, let it not be there, Ujjwal. You pass the entries. No, no harm. I just now told you, you pass the entries correctly. Why is that you have to see there? A limited company having fully paid up 50 lakh of 10 rupees each. That means 5 lakh shares of rupees 10 each had a general reserve of 9 lakhs. It was resolved to capitalize 5 lakhs out of general reserve by issuing fully paid bonus shares. Okay. Each shareholder to get one such share for every 10 shares held by him. That's all. Simple question. So 50 lakh rupees is the share value. Correct, is the authorized capital. And you're going to get 1/10 of it. That means 5 lakh rupees is the bonus you are going to issue. From where are you going to take? From the general reserve. Can you pass the entry? Only these two entries are going to come. Yahan pe final call is also made. 10 rupees is got. So you know the amount of 5 lakhs. So general reserve to bonus, bonus to equity share capital, 5 lakhs and 5 lakhs. That's all. Pass the entry quick. Nothing. Second illustration is the most easiest illustration where simply that 5 lakh amount is given to you. You need not do anything. Then why, madam, 1:10 shares are given? Simply they have given. You don't do any working note. Not required. Just 5 lakhs into 5 lakhs. That's all. Clear, everybody? Has everybody done it? I want everybody of you to answer. Akshit, Ravi Kumar, Ujjwal, Ritika Jha, Radhika Jain, Shweta Sharma, Neha, Pari, Kartikeya. I want everybody of you to answer. What is that, Akshit? Akshit, abhi to I am telling you, you are not listening. Why are you doing 1 lakh? Where from 1 lakh came? 5 lakhs? No. Bonus shares. Tanya Sharma, sorry I missed. Yashi, sorry I missed you also. Okay, good. Neha. Okay, please leave. Now come to the third question. This is the most important question. This is how a full-fledged question will come in your exam. Yes? Now I want everybody of you to see this question. The following notes pertain to the balance sheet. This is notes of accounts to balance sheet. Authorized दिया गया है. What should I do with authorized? अभी कुछ भी मत करो. Now come to issued and subscribed. ये वाला बन जाता है important. यहाँ में preference shares का कुछ effect नहीं है. Don't do anything with the preference shares. Only see your equity shares. All of you see equity shares. 90,000 equity shares of 10 each. 8 rupees paid up. तो क्या करना है? The first thing when you look into the question, When you see that it is not fully paid up, do the final call entry. Share final call account debit to share capital. 2 rupees into 90,000, 1,80,000. So next one will be bank to share final call 1,80,000. Hua hai. First two entries you need to pass. Then please see general reserve is there. Okay. Revaluation reserve is there. Will you touch this for the bonus issue? No, madam. You should give a note. Revaluation reserve does not consist of actual profit. So it is not included for the issue of bonus shares. Good. Then securities premium is there. P&L account is there. Do you have capital redemption reserve in the question? No. So put capital redemption reserve in the entry. Put that 0. And then first you will touch the securities premium. Second, you will touch the general reserve. And then if you need anything over and above, then only go to P&L account. Okay? The steps or the way or the thing you should not forget. Secured loan, this is just given to you as a information. Come down. Very, very important. On 1st April, company made a final call. Date you have to put and then do the 2 entries. Thereafter, the company decided to capitalize its reserve by way of bonus at the rate of 1 for every 4 shares held. I want you people to do this question. I am giving you 10 minutes to do the question. I want you to first pass the 2 entries, go to the working note, show the ratio that is 1 is to 4 shares and find out the number of bonus shares, amount of bonus shares and pass the 2 bonus entries right now. I'm just giving you 10 Okay, good. So did you finish doing the entries and everything? So did you get the number of shares? Okay. So doing the entries is one part, but finally also you have to do very easy question only, Ujjwal, but the final presentation I will show you. Okay, that is how you need to see this particular things. So how much are you taking from the securities premium it is? Okay, 2,25,000 is what she said. Alok, done, good. Tanya Sharma, okay, clear. Okay, securities premium 20,000 you have utilized. Then general reserve may you have taken. They will always give the source in the correct order. They will not give. Shweta, you should only take that in the correct order. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, good. Everybody have done. Now then, just a minute. Just a minute. Wait, wait, wait. Neha has asked a good question, madam. Authorized capital given in the question is only so much, but now after the issue of the bonus shares, authorized को भी हम cross कर रहे हैं. So what will I do, madam? Okay, good. Raja Sharma. Some Ketari Sharma also came into the class. So what I will do is all of you please see here. The important part is this particular thing. I hope you would have passed the entries correctly because 90,000 into 1 by 4 gives you 22,500 bonus shares. Into 10 is 2,25,000. So securities premium you will take 20,000. Then 1,60,000 from the general reserve you will take. And the remaining amount of 45,000 you will take it from the P&L. That's all. 4 entries आपको pass करना है. One is for the share final call and the next is for the bonus shares. Did you all pass till this? Till this yours will be correct. Now please come down and see. आपको balance sheet का extract इस तरह का बनाना चाहिए. You have to do balance sheet, write it as extract and write after bonus issue. Very, very important. And in this what and all will come, madam? Simple it will be. No need asset side. First equity and liabilities will be heading. Under that, the first subheading will be shareholders funds. Second subheading will be non-current liabilities. Why non-current liabilities? Because in the question you have debentures given, वो बन जाता है आपका non-current liability. उसमें कुछ भी नहीं है. There is no particular difference. 5 lakhs will come. But इसमें तो कुछ difference hai. So after putting the balance sheet, it is always important for you to prepare the notes to accounts. यहाँ पे देखो authorized capital जो कुछ भी preference shares के लिए दिया है, the same thing will come. But for equity shares, my dear students, you have how much? All of you please see here. You have how much here? 1 lakh equity shares hai. But why madam 1,12,000 is written there? I will tell you. All of you please see here. Very, very important. आप 1 लाख ऑथराइज्ड में से कितना इश्यू किया है 1 lakh authorized में से how much you have issued my dear students you would have issued or you have actually issued 90,000 shares okay you have issued 90,000 shares abhi all of you just wait this taking out my life okay what are the number of equity shares you have given them as bonus? Bonus के लिए you have given them 1/4 or 22,500. So now the new paid up will become 1,12,500 shares, correct? So always remember the rule, your authorized capital cannot be less than the paid up. तो आप कितना पेड अप यहाँ पे लिख रहे हो 1,12,500 यहाँ भी आप 1,12,500 ही लिखना है you should not get confused madam 1 lakh authorized is there with that I will add 22,500 no whatever is your paid up capital that much will be your authorized capital especially in case of a bonus shares when they are issuing this is this concept clear to everybody how does the authorized change so in this question directly in the notes authorized capital में number of equity shares आप यहाँ पे you can just increase it which should be equal to your Paid up capital. That is very, very important. Now let us go back to the question and check. Even if here you have 1 lakh, irrespective of that only, how much to your paid up capital? See here. This one you will write, then come down. Issued paid up is very important. Preference shares में कुछ difference नहीं है. But in your equity shares, there is a difference because earlier it was 90,000 plus 22,500. इसके लिए यहाँ पे ऐसा लिखना है. Out of the above 22,000 equity shares at rupees 10 each were issued by way of bonus. ये वाला 12,05,000 आएगा. That I will take it under my share capital 12,05,000. Now come to the reserves and surplus. Reserves and surplus में please see the question. In the general reserve, entire 1,60,000 over. So remove general reserve is not there. Revaluation reserve आपने touch किया है? नहीं. So this balance is still there. It will come in the balance sheet. Securities premium में कुछ भी नहीं बैलेंस है जीरो. पी एंड एल अकाउंट में से 2,05,000 में से यू हैव यूटिलाइज्ड 45,000. तो यहाँ पे 1,80,000 मिल जाएगा and 35,000 is still there. So I mean 1,60,000, 45,000 if you subtract 160 in your P&L account and 35 here. So total 195 आपका reserves and surplus में यहाँ पे आएगा. So you need not balance the balance sheet, but you're going to write the values. Share capital में first one reserves, I mean first thing is equity and liabilities. उसमें share capital में again the subheading will be the share capital, and then you have reserves and surplus, and then you have long term borrowings, which is non-current liabilities. उसमें आएगा आपका long term borrowings. The presentation, if you see, for everything it is the same. You don't even have to worry at all. Okay. Now I give you 2 minutes time for you people to write this particular balance sheet like this. Finish the balance sheet and notes to accounts. 2 minutes I'm giving you. Please do this. And then you people are going to work out illustration number 4. Very simple illustration number 4. Just 2 minutes or 4 minutes I will give you for finishing this particular balance sheet. So whenever a bonus share full-fledged question is going to come, then you need to pass the balance sheet. Extract mein or notes to accounts bhi you should mention. But madam, if they're asking only for 3 marks or 5 marks, then they themselves will tell you in the question. Just pass the journal entries karke. Then if you just pass the journal entries and show the working note, it is enough. Okay. But you people should also know how will you pass a balance sheet after the bonus shares. This will be the major part. In the major presentation, balance sheet should come, and now notes to accounts, authorized capital, and then reserves and surplus like this you should show. Okay. Over. Everybody? Do you people have any doubts? Correct. Equity shares only, they will give you bonus shares and right shares. Equity shares only can be issued. Preference shares may you cannot issue bonus shares or you cannot issue rights issue. Okay. Yes, Neha, correct. Over, everybody has written. 8,000 preference shares ना account. See, Ujjwal, क्वेश्चन में जो कुछ भी प्रेफरेंस शेयर्स दिया है दैट विल कम इन द आंसर आल्सो. लाइक डिबेंचर्स क्वेश्चन में है, आप आंसर में ही यू आर शोइंग दैट. प्रेफरेंस शेयर्स है, प्रेफरेंस शेयर्स को भी यू विल शो, बट एक्चुअली द वर्किंग नोट विल हैपन ओनली इन द इक्विटी शेयर्स. दैट्स ऑल. Everybody? How do you know what you have to include? Whatever question is given to you, that you should include it completely. No, that is what you people need to understand, Shweta. Question में आपको authorized share capital है वो आ जाएगा, and then you will have the share capital, that is your preference shares, equity shares, that will come in the share capital amount, and then reserves में, reserves and surplus में, whatever reserves that will come. Any other long term borrowings like you have debentures and this only will come. When you start doing the questions, balance sheet mein, it is only share capital, reserves and surplus, long term liabilities. That's all. Nothing else is going to come. For a simple question, you don't have to worry. I'll show you another question. Please see. Now, all of you, please see. Okay, working note is given, authorized, issued. All of you, please see here. Very, very important. Here also same question. 15,000, 12%, 1,50,000. In that, please see 12,000 preference shares, not your problem. Now see here 1,35,000, 10 rupees of each 8 paid up. So make the final call first and then see what is the ratio and do here. See here, capital redemption reserve hai. So please take capital redemption reserve first, then securities premium, then general reserve, then P&L account. I want you to do 2 minutes and do the balance sheet also. This is a full-fledged question like your illustration number 3. So I want you people to try and do this question. Next 5 minutes, please do the question. Pass the final call entry, first 2 entries, then go to the working note, then see what is the ratio they have issued. 1:4. Again, the same ratio, 1:4. Find out how many number of shares, 1,35,000 into 1/4. How many shares are coming? Then see what is the total value into 10 rupees face value. Then see what and all amounts are coming from the reserves. And finally, pass the entries, prepare the balance sheet, make the notes to accounts in all 10 minutes. That's it. With this, bonus is complete. Okay. Have you all done it? I can see half of you have completed it. Okay. So where is the problem? Like 1,35,000 shares, correct? So 1,35,000 divided by 5. So how much is the bonus shares you have got? 37,500, correct? 37,500 shares. That is 3,75,000. So 3,33,750 shares, sir. Okay. 33,750 shares. So 3,37,500 will be the answer. Okay, good. So now how did you take, from where and all did you take the sources? Can you tell me how much from where it came? First take capital redemption reserve. Mr. Ujjwal, even if that is not taken in the right order, you take CRR, no problem. So capital redemption reserve 60,000 will be taken, then 37,500 will be taken. Then this is 97,500. General reserve, I think 1,80,000 also will be taken. Remaining will come from this. What is the remaining value? Let us see the entry. 60,000 will come from here. Okay, we have done. Finish. Now, what is the balance sheet extract is not clear. People have asked me balance sheet extract कौन सा clear नहीं है? 33,750, correct? So, my dear students, 1,35,000 plus 33,750 will be how much? It will increase to 1,68,750, correct? Now go to this authorized capital and just change that. No, here the same thing like the previous. What is the problem here with reserves and surplus? 37,500 you will subtract. Capital redemption fully reserved over. General reserve also fully over. What is remaining? Out of 3 lakh, only 60,000 is utilized. So 2 lakh 40 is only remaining. So Shweta Sharma, to answer your question, balance sheet mein kya aega? Balance sheet mein only this will come every time only this is going to come. Here they have given extract. If suppose they are also asking you to do the balance sheet means then different. Then in our illustration number 3, yahan pe see, we have showed one balance sheet, small dabba. This one will come. This is not given and they're asking you to show directly the notes, then you can show it this much. Only the notes alone you can show. Where is the confusion? Very simple question actually, the same question. Yes, correct. Shweta Sharma, Dhanushri, Ujjwal, everybody were able to do. Tanya, Neha, Yashi, Narayani Verma. Now, Narayani, did you understand that particular thing? Miss Nimita Agarwal, you have to wait, please. I think you joined in the last session. You are not there. So please wait before you can ask your doubts. Let me finish my concept. So now we are going to the next concept of rights issue. Okay. So what is the difference between a rights issue and bonus issue? Rights issue is a simple thing. Okay. Not even conditions attached, nothing. Only two formulas you people have to remember. Notes of accounts, Miss Muskan, not compulsory to make every time. Okay. If they are going to ask you specifically, please make, then you have to. But practice it with the notes of accounts. Then only you will get the practice. Otherwise, suddenly in the exam, if they ask, you will find it difficult. So bonus mein, it is very simple. The illustration number 3, 4 practice. And then practical questions mein, please practice 1, 2, 3. Okay, practical questions 1, 2, 3, very important. Practice these again and again and again and again. That's all. Apart from this, nothing will be asked. Now we go to the next concept of our rights issue. Okay. So in rights issue, what is the meaning of rights issue? The first point. The company wants to raise money. Okay. But little money only it wants, not bigger money. So what it will do is first, it will issue the shares to the existing shareholders. Okay. Rights issue is also issued to the existing shareholders only. But here cost is 0. No, lesser than the face value. It is always issued at a lesser value. So now all of you please remember, the existing shareholders will be given a right. That means they can either accept it. I can take the shares and give them the lesser money, accept those shares also, or I can renounce it. What is meant by renouncing? I have my friend who was also wanting to get the shares in this company for a long time, but full subscription, everything closed, allotment was being made. So now rights issue is happening. You are the shareholder. So you will get the right first. The shares are going to be given to you. Company will say, you're existing shareholder. No. So please take. I'm giving you this right shares. But you can also say, I don't want it. I'm renouncing in the favor of somebody. So that somebody, your friend, will become the shareholder, for which he has to give you some money. Definitely, no. You have to get some benefit, no, out of it. So rights issues are given to the existing shareholders. They will have two benefits. If you accept it, then from the market value, lesser value only, you are going to get the shares. That is one benefit. No, no, I have enough shares. I don't want to take more shares of this company. If you think, you can sell your right to the other person. That's called renouncing the right. Even if you're going to give to your friend or the other person, he has to pay you back some value. Okay. So what is that value? So the first formula is to calculate the value of right. To calculate the value of the right. This is nothing but right price of the share minus X right price of the share. Where will this be given? It will be given in the question. What do you mean by right price? Before doing the rights issue, what is the market price of the share? That's all. Which will be directly given to you in the question. You don't even have to worry. Just read the question. Okay, this is the right price. That's all. Which means that what is the market price of the share before the rights issue? That is the rights price. What about X right price, madam? Given in the question or no? For this, go down to the second formula. X right price of the share is equal to, don't get afraid, simple only. Okay, you have one numerator, one denominator. Right price, that is this. You will again take it here into the existing shares plus whatever is the rights issue shares into the rights price divided by existing shares plus right shares. Only the formula looks big. Very, very simple. Very simple. Let me go to the illustration number 5. I will do it and show it based on market price of the share is 150. Calculate the value of the right. What should be the X right market price? इस क्वेश्चन में मेरे को दिया गया है 2-3 informations. Okay. What is this? It is being, we are getting 2-3 informations. So your illustration number 5. The first thing we are getting is right price is 150 rupees. Okay. So the first thing is I should go from the X right price I should find out. Then I should put it here. Already I know right price is 150. But do you know X right price? No. So come to the formula. Here. Again right price is given at 150. Okay. Clear? Now what is the ratio? 1:4 is the ratio, which means that you will get one rights issue if you are holding 4 existing shares. That's all. So see here, existing shares 4. 1 share I will get as the rights issue. So this denominator solved. Now what you should know, what are the existing shares? 150 into 4 shares are existing. Rights issue, there is 1 share. What is the rights price? Rights price is very, very important. They are telling you, all of you please see, rights price is given to you 100 rupees face value plus premium 125 rupees ke liye I am giving. You will ask me, madam, you told me you will give it at a lesser value. No, why are they adding premium? Less than the market value. If I want to purchase this share in the market, I should pay 150. But if I'm going to get it as rights, I'm going to pay only 125. So that is the lesser value I was talking about. So my dear students, please see here, very, very simple. 3 informations I've taken from the question. From the question, I have put it in the formula. First is the right price. This will come in 2 formulas. 150 will come in the value of right also. 150 will come in the right price here in the X right formula also. Into existing shares. Kahan se liya hai? Ratio, very, very important. 1:4. 4 is the existing shares. 1 is the right issue they're going to do. That's all. So this into 4. Now what is the right issue price? It is 100 rupees face value plus 125 rupees into 1 share I am going to get. This is 4 plus 1. So 150 into 4 is 600 plus 125 divided by 5. 725 divided by 5. So this comes to 120. Not 120. 1 time 22, 145. Correct. This is 145 rupees. Now put it here. 145. So this is 5 rupees per share. How much it is? 5 rupees per share. Value of right is 5 rupees. Suppose I want to give it to my friend. The value of right, the rights I want to give it to my friend. So how much should my friend pay to me? All of you please see here. Very important. It is 5 rupees is the value of right per share. I am going to give him my existing share. He has to pay me additionally 20 rupees. Apart from paying 125 in the to the company, 20 rupees he should pay me additionally. So how much will it cost? 125 plus 20, 145 rupees. Actually, X right price he is paying. 120 rupee, 125 to the company, 20 rupees to me he has to pay. Clear? But if I am going to take the shares directly, I have to pay only 125. So in which ways I will be benefited? Existing shareholders को benefit मिल जाएगा. Is this concept very clear? Any doubts you people have? Very simple. Just you need to by heart this particular question. Easy question? Okay, good. Shweta Sharma, any doubts? I want everybody of you to answer. You can't take it and that also you can do. Actually, no. You can do that way also, Ujjwal. That is a good thing. What he told us, Madam, 125, I will purchase the share and I will then give it to somebody else also. You can do, but friend means you can't do like that. No, that's all. Okay. Friend part confusion, this is for your understanding. I told, don't get confused. This they will not ask in the exam. In the exam, they will ask you what is value of right, what is X price right. That's all. Don't get confused. Friend ke liye something should come, no? Friend will say, you are my friend, I will not pay you. Shweta, you have good sense of humor. Friend, if he is not going to pay, why you are supposed to give him? You need money means then okay. You don't need money means okay. Friendship is important, then go. Yes, okay. Take screenshots of the formulas. Yeah, she understood. We will do one more question. You people do, and you tell me what will be that. Go to the practical question number 4. The same question only there also. Taken? Okay. Now all of you, let us same thing. Let us work out another problem so that you people won't miss. You people won't be left out. First question, please try this. It is same like your illustration 1. Then the illustration number 2, practical question 2, 3 is like your illustrations only. Please see here. A company has decided to increase its share capital by making rights issue to its existing shareholders. Company is offering one share for every 2 shares. So 1 is to 2. Market value is 240, that is cum price. Company is offering one share of rupees 120 each. I want you people to do these two formulas and tell me what is the value of the right. 2 minutes. Practical question number 4. The same way where you have to apply the formulas. First calculate the X right price and then calculate the value of the right. Just 2 minutes, not more than that. Have you all found out? You have to tell me what is the right of the share. Neha and Ujjwal have given me the answers. Good. Yashi has also given me the answer. Muskan has also given me the answer. Akshit. Give me the final answer, Akshit. You have given me correct. X right price is correct. Okay. Muskan, just tell me what is the value of the right. That's all. 200 is the value of right. Akshit, no. X right price is 200. Put that in this formula. Come right price is what? 240 minus 200 is 40. Very good. Correct. Shweta, Tanya. Hmm. Mhm. Okay. Neha, convertible preference shares that I will tell you a little later. Convert करने के बाद ही we will be doing it. Okay. Value of right is yeah. Good. Everybody understood? Okay. Now there is one final concept wherein क्या accounting entry pass करना है, madam? See, this particular is one type of question wherein you will just get the value of right. That's all. Value of right, x right price ये वाला आप कंप्यूट करके आंसर लिख देते हो. यहाँ पे कुछ भी आपको अकाउंटिंग एंट्री पास करने का जरूरत नहीं है. But my dear students, when the rights issue is taken by the public, I mean by the existing shareholders, कौन सा एंट्री आएगा? Simple entry, bank account debit to the share capital. If over and above the face value, two securities premium will come in the question. अभी हम देखेंगे one particular example that is given to you. All the illustrations we finished. Okay. Now we are going to check this particular. See here. Yes. A company having 70,000 shares of rupees 10 each as its issued capital having market value of rupees 21 issues rights in the nature of 1:10 at a issue price of rupees 10. Pass the journal entry. देखो यहाँ पे 70,000 shares of rupees 10 each. Ratio of 1:10 का मतलब क्या है? 70,000 into 1/10, 7,000 shares it is going to issue. At the rate or issue price कितना है? 10 rupees है. So my entry will be, my dear students, it will be 7,000 into 7,000 shares. कैसा madam 7,000 shares? 70,000 shares into 1/10. So 7,000 shares I am issuing it at rights price, at rights as right shares. Issue price कितना है? 10 rupees. मैडम यहाँ पे 21 दिया है, वो है market price. That is not your problem. मार्केट प्राइस कुछ भी हो सकता है, ये है कम राइट प्राइस. दैट इज नॉट आवर प्रॉब्लम. बट बुक्स में कौन सा वैल्यू आएगा कि कितना आप इश्यू कर रहे हो? तो इश्यू प्राइस है 10. तो 7,000 shares into 10 rupees. Barabar, you are issuing it at your face value. So there is no problem. This is first thing, first entry. Yes, it will come like this. Now go to the next. Same example. The second variation I will show you. See, company having 1 lakh shares of 10 each. Okay, having a market price is this. Issue shares in the ratio of again 1:10 at a issue price of 31. Face value 10. इश्यू प्राइस राइट्स के लिए 31 है, तो यहाँ पे यू शुड अंडरस्टैंड दैट देयर इज अ सिक्योरिटीज प्रीमियम इन्वॉल्व बिकॉज इश्यू प्राइस इज मोर देन द फेस वैल्यू. यहाँ पे कितने शेयर्स है? इट इज नथिंग बट 1 lakh शेयर्स divided by 10. Again, it will be 10,000 shares, correct? So 10,000 shares बैंक आप इश्यू कर रहे हो 31 rupees के लिए. You will receive 3 lakh and 10,000. But actually, what is the face value? Just 10 rupees, madam. So यहाँ पे it will be 1 lakh and 21 rupees is my 31 rupees ही है ना? Yeah. 21 rupees is my premium. तो इतना मेरे को मिल रहा है. I should show it like this. This is one single entry. इस एग्जाम्पल में, दो एग्जाम्पल में राइट्स का इश्यू प्राइस इंपॉर्टेंट, मार्केट प्राइस नो प्रॉब्लम, लीव इट, इग्नोर इट, इट्स ओनली टू कंफ्यूज यू. while you are passing the entries, only one entry will come and check what is the rights shares ka issue price that will be given. Is this clear to everybody? Yes? Do you people have any doubts in this? I want everybody of you to answer. So with this, we have completed everything. Yes, Shweta, not first time. This is normal thing you're doing. In the market, premium will be more. Face value will be 10. Premium will be 3,000, 4,000, 6,000 like that. Okay, perfect. Very, very good. I would want you people to try now this question immediately so that you people won't forget it. What is it? I want you to try fourth one over. Now I want you to try the fifth one. All of you please see your fifth one ka entries pass kar do. A limited company having share capital of 25,000 equity shares at 10 decides to issue right share 1:4 at par value. Assuming all the right shares are accepted, duly received, very easy. 1:4. So 25,000 divided by 4. Kitna hai? All of you, 25,000 into 1/4. So it comes to 6750 shares, correct? This is issued at 10 rupees par value, 67,500. In this entry, you are going to write 6250. Okay, 6250. 62,500, 62,500. Ho gaya, that's all. Only one entry you need to do. Clear, everybody? Any doubts? As simple as that. Now I am going to show you the last question. The illustration numbers. Practical question number 6. This sixth one is quite important because in the exam they can ask you this kind of a question. What is this kind of a question? First, you have a bonus shares. After bonus shares, you have the rights issue also being made. So what I have to do in that case? Okay, my dear students, but let me tell you, all of you, please see. I have, say, 10,000 shares with me. Okay. Now, the first thing is I'm issuing bonus shares in the ratio of 1:5. Okay. Now, you tell me how many new shares it will be or how many bonus shares? 10,000 shares into 1/5. This gives me 2,000 shares bonus. Correct? Now the second case, after bonus issue, after that date, I am doing a rights issue at 1:4. Now, yahan pe everybody will do a mistake, but you should remember that after bonus issue, how much will be my new shares? 10,000 existing shares plus the bonus issue. Abhi mere paas hai 12,000 shares. So on 12,000 shares, I will do the rights issue, which will be 3,000 shares. इस concept को if you understand, इस concept को if you keep it in your mind that existing shares में it will not get calculated. Existing shares plus bonus shares only, right shares will come. The question, even if they ask you vice versa also the same. Vice versa means first rights issue is happening, then bonus issue means then existing shares plus rights issue, then only calculate the bonus shares. So which is happening second, you people have to be careful and then finish the question. So all of you please see your sixth one practical question. 50,000 preference shares, don't do anything. 5 lakh equity shares, don't do anything. That is authorized. Now come down. If you come down in the equity shares, what is happening? 4 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each, 8 paid up. So first to do the final call. Okay. On 1st of April, company has made final call, received the money on 25th of April. Thereafter on 1st of May, the company decided to capitalize its reserves by way of bonus for 1:4. That means on 4 lakh shares, my dear students, please see, on 4 lakh shares, the bonus ratio you should apply 1/4. So it is 1 lakh shares. Now the new shares are 4 lakh plus 1 lakh, which is 5 lakh shares. On this, the next one will be, all of you please see. Now what is the next part of the question? After you pass these entries, next on 1st of June, after May, that means after the bonus issue, company issued rights at the rate of 1:2, at the rate of 2 shares for every 5 shares held, 2:5. Issue price is 12, more than the face value, 2 divided by 5. So this comes to 2 lakh shares are issued at 12 rupees. So here it will be what? Bank account you would receive 2,40,000. But here it will be only 2 lakhs and 40,000, that is 2 rupees premium will come here. That's all. So I want you to pass first final entry ka 2 entry, and then bonus shares ke liye 2 entry, and finally the rights issue ke liye 1 entry. The 5 entries I want you people to pass, and then do the balance sheet notes to balance sheet also. Then you will understand. See how much you have increased. 4 lakh plus 1 lakh, 5 lakh. 5 lakh plus 2 lakh. Now the total shares have become 7 lakhs. So your authorized shares also should increase at 7 lakh shares. Clear everybody? Any doubts you people have? With this, we have finished this particular unit also. Very, very simple. Just 5 illustrations, 2 example, and then 6 practical questions. Out of 6, we finished 3 practical questions. I want you to go back and solve the remaining. That's all. Everybody with me? So Monday's class, I will be going ahead and I will be doing. Yes, I will be going ahead and I will be doing. Okay, Shweta. So I will be going ahead and doing on Monday. I think maybe I will start with debentures, which is your unit number 3 I will do. Okay. Then 2 more classes we have. Actually, I was supposed to have a class on 21st of November. Okay. That was given in the schedule. But 21st of November, I also didn't remember. I think Sanket had taken the class, no? Okay. No problem. I'll see if I need another extra class, then I will do. Neha, model paper ka question, model papers ka test papers ka solutions, Radhika Jain had told it is there in the same PDF only, it is there below. So please go and see there. Okay, then thank you so much. Okay, Akshit, very good. Have a good weekend. See you all on Monday. Bye.